So, good day everyone. I am Joshua Rich Harris Colorado from BS ECE 3-1, and I am here to discuss to you about research. So first, I want to inform you that all of the information that I will be discussing to you came from my professor from Cavite State University main campus, Dr. Edwin Arboleda, and be sure to also visit his YouTube channel so you can learn about research and about the things that can be useful, like softwares and apps that you can use in conducting your research. So let's discuss. Let's start about research. I have a few definitions here came from the YouTube video that I watched. Number one is research means to search again, to make another more careful look, and to find out more, according to Celtis et al. 1976. And number two, it is a systematic quest for the undiscovered truth. So it means you want to find the truth when you are researching. Number three, it is for searching for theory, for testing a theory, or solving a problem, according to Mojica 2020. So it is basically when you talk about research, you have the theories that you want to test in order to solve a particular problem. And lastly, according to Sir Arboleda 2021, it is to search for solutions to a gap in knowledge in systematic and scientific way. So the gap in knowledge he is talking about here are the questions you want to answer and find solutions with. So for me, research is systematic investigation and study of materials and sources in order to establish some facts and reach new conclusions about it. So we go to the next slide that is all about the reasons for doing research. The first one is to build knowledge. To build knowledge because when you research, you search for answers, informations, and by that you gain the knowledge that you needed and learn by reading the articles, journals, and the videos you watch about a certain problem that you are researching. So the next one is to understand various issues. So it is important to know what you are really researching and what are its current issues it faces in the present world. So by researching, you can understand the various issues that are happening in the world. The next one is to provide solutions to various problems. So that's what I said. When you research, you search for answers, you seek for answers, you need answers to provide solutions to these current problems the world is facing or the current problems you think. Next one is to seek the truth. So in researching, you always want to find the truth behind the things that are happening or behind the problems or questions you have in your mind. So when you are researching, you always need to seek the truth. Next one is nourish the mind. So it is basically when you researching, you gain knowledge, wisdom, and you Nourish your mind. What do you mean by this? You nourish your mind by collecting information, by gaining information, reading articles, journals, books. You nourish your mind, you practice your mind to be productive. The next one is uh, you do research because it is your job. Uh, it is your job as a student, teacher, a for taking masteral or PhD or whatever. When you do research, it is your job. It is your job to answer the questions you have in mind. You want to seek the truth and find answers in it. So, to add up, these first 5 reasons are the ideal ones. And the next one, that it is your job, is the practical reasons why you do research. And the last practical reason why you do research is for personal gain and interest. So when you do research, you have your personal interest to answer your question and have a dream to gain. So when you accomplish your research, you can earn money by publishing it or having it in commercialized. And when you do research, you want to achieve a goal, a certain goal or dream that you want. So lastly, when you do research, you can get a promotion. For example, you're an undergraduate or you want to take a master's degree, just like that. So all of these are the reasons for doing research. The next one is the research end game. What do you mean by the end game? It is when you finish or accomplish your research. These are the things that you should do. The first one is presentation. You have to present in conventions, conferences, and having defense so that it will be guided by a professional. You have reports. When you are currently researching, you are passing a monthly report to a consultant, so that would it would be what do you call it? It would be good. So when you finish your research, you will pass the terminal report. So next one is the publications. You publish your research to a specific journal. Example is the Scopus Index Journal, Web of Science, and ASEAN Citation Index Journal. The next one is patent. Some researchers have this to protect their intellectual property. So it shows the ownership of the research or authorization that they own their research. Next one is product commercialization. So when you have finished your research, you can apply it for product commercialization, so you can earn some money from some companies that can commercialize your research or product that you made. And lastly, you can travel to other places. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, when you researched, you can travel to other places to present in convention, conferences, or have a product commercialization at other places or countries when you have a good and productive research. And that's all for the research end game. So since we are talking about research, let's go to the 3 kinds of research. The first one is the basic research. It can be done using simulation in MATLAB or Python. Basic research is the planned systematic pursuit of knowledge and understanding towards a general application. Example given in the YouTube video that I watched from Sir Edwin Arboleda is formulating a new edge detection algorithm that is better than existing ones. And the main question in here in basic research is, why is it important? So when you are making a basic research, you will always think, why is your research important? The next one is the action research. So in action research, acquisition of knowledge or understanding to meet a specific recognized need. So you have a new product, but you can use the existing program, existing ones, or existing programs or algorithm that others made for your new product. For example, a researcher applying his newly developed edge detection algorithm in green coffee beans feature extraction. So the main question in here is, how can I use this? So number 3 is development research. It is common for engineering students. So in development research, you develop a device, apply simulation, a new simulation, not like the action research where there is an old simulation that you will apply to your hardware. In development research, you apply a new simulation that you made to your own hardware. It means application of knowledge and understanding towards the production or improvement of a product, service, process, or method. Example given: incorporating the newly developed edge detection in hardware such as Raspberry Pi microcomputer so that it can be used in extracting features of coffee beans. So you apply the simulation of Raspberry Pi microcomputer to your green coffee beans. And lastly, when you do research when you are a student in CVSU or Cavite State University, there are 5 thematic areas that your research must only have scope of it. So the first one is the agri-fisheries and food security. So it is common for food systems economically viable and sustainable to ensure food security and quality of life of our agriculture and fisheries. So the next one is public health and welfare. This area deals with researchers on protecting and improving human health and welfare, which includes researches on disease and conditions that may be transmitted from human to human or human to animals, etc., etc. The next one is societal development and equality. Societal development and equality, it aims to have inclusive growth and development along social harmony and equal opportunities among different social groups. So next one is about biodiversity and environmental conservation. So this is a thematic area that is concerned with environmental stewardship and equitable allocation and sustainable use of the natural resources that we have here on Earth. So lastly is the smart engineering, ICT, and industrial competitiveness. When you are in an engineering course or IT course, computer science, this is the most common scope that they use in their research or thesis. This term, smart engineering, covers the methods or processes of systems and tools for cross-disciplinary, system-oriented development of innovative and interconnected products, services, and infrastructures
in the field of engineering. So always remember that when you are researching and you are a student at CVSU, you must have only the scope among these 5 thematic areas. So that's all. Here are the references where I get the informations, and that's all. Thank you for watching. I am Joshua Rich Harris, Colorado from BS ECE 3-1. Thank you guys.